Shabbat shalom, friends, and I do love to say Shabbat shalom, a time to refocus our minds on, what is right, on God's will, and these times are dark, and around the world, anyone who stands with Israel, who stands with anything in the Bible is a target, under opposition, and right now, the opposition is real. You see what's going on in southern Lebanon. There's some areas, let's call them confrontation points that they fled from, and there's other ones they've stayed at and reinforced, and the Hezbollah weapons are seriously top-notch. They really are. I'm actually jealous of some of their weapons myself. But what's happening right now is the Hezbollah weapons are being used against them. Their own mortars are hitting their positions in southern Lebanon. And within some hours, they'll be back into Lebanon. And these munitions are definitely scary. But you know what? We stand on the promises of God, and we're looking down in southern Lebanon. Every single one of these bullets, every single one of these missiles, Barretts, rocket launchers, thermobaric missiles, everything was intended to hit our schools, our kindergartens, and to try to invade the entire Galilee. We can't have that. For my kids, they don't want to have Hezbollah invading our house. It's not going to happen. And even during Shabbat, our teams advance. The good guys gotta scour for threats. We gotta remove those threats. And I'm really pretty impressed with how well that we're all doing. And it's kind of like a testament that God is watching out for Israel. It's not because we're so good. You see that we failed Israel the military failed Israel. The intelligence failed Israel back in a year ago in October 7th. But look at now. I'm pretty impressed. I think we're getting our name back as a real good team of people who really stand on God's word and stand together and are professional. I mean, we're getting our name back. We're on the way to do that. Look at the Navy here. Look how they patrol. Look how they impressed us. And you remember the massacre in Zikim in October 7th where they came in and they massacred our people on the Zikim beach, and it was so horrible to see some of the soldiers even barely surviving. But you know what? Now we're patrolling the waters. Now we've stepped up. Now we're not falling asleep at the wheel. We've awoke from our slumber. And these missile launchers, launching on our people for so long, and I see some people saying like, hey, just do a ceasefire. Is that okay? Like, honestly, is that okay to just launch missiles on our people? Is that okay? Is it okay that hostages are still held right now? I mean, come on. Be straight with me here. They don't have proper food, proper water. Check out this hostage right now. One of the latest videos, propaganda videos released by these diabolical people. And he's saying he's so jealous of people that are free who can, eat food and enjoy it, get their stomach full and drink enough water to be able to not be thirsty. I mean, he's saying this, and it makes me so sad that we have not defeated fully the Hamas and the Islamic Jihad and the Izzeldin al-Qassam yet. But these are hard times. But as the Shabbat comes, I want to just refocus us. We are going to look to God. We're going to pray this Shabbat, and we have to be good parents. I have to be a good dad. You got to be a good dad and a good mom. I mean, isn't that the most important job? Isn't it? Taking that time, and it doesn't come naturally. It used to be that the sons work with the fathers and the families all work together, but no, everyone works in a different place now, in a consumerist world. We need to take the time as fathers just to take our children. Otherwise, they become pro-Hamas, okay, and pro-Hezbollah, and everything that is against what is good and free. And now look at this bullet. As we're praying, look at these miracles that can happen, right? This bullet, now what he did is he put on the prayer shawl, and he put on this soldier, and he put on his head, he put the tefillin, and it's very interesting that suddenly shots were fired. He threw on a helmet. The bullet went through the helmet, but it was stopped in a little rolled up Bible, which is in that little box, and that's an interpretation of where it says, bind my word upon the frontlets of your eyes, upon your arm, and that's what tradition has us do here.
Right there, it's like right under our feet, like next door to us, like 100 feet away. Everyone's like quickly, like I take off my tune quickly and I put on my helmet. And because it was so last second, I didn't have time. I was putting on tune, I didn't have time to take off this big metal piece that goes in front of the helmet for the night before, for the night that usually that's heavy, it's uncomfortable, it's big. We don't like wearing it during the day. But I had it on because I just didn't have a chance to take it off. I just took off my tune, put on my helmet. Out of nowhere, from like behind, like in a kid's bedroom, from behind the bed, saw a terrorist just shot like just like, sprayed up the area when he heard us coming, like from where we were coming, and I unfortunately I got shot in the head like 3 times. Thank God I had a miracle that it hit exactly on this metal piece that I didn't have a chance to take off because it's still in the morning.
I think yes, we're going to see a lot more miracles before this is over. It might get worse before it gets better. So, gird up your loins. Come on, be strong. All right, Psalms 17. I want to read this to you right now. Keep me as the apple of your eye. Hide me in the shadow of your wings from the wicked who do me violent, or Hamas, my deadly enemies who surround me. Keep me. And so I'm reading this, and I'm just excited to know there is a season coming, which is going to crack down on the heyday that has been, and we just want to stand together this Shabbat. Believe for a normalization with Saudi Arabia. Believe for a victory of all of the righteous. Thank you for standing with the Aliyah Return Center. Thank you for helping us get a thermal drone. Thank you for all you do. God bless you. Shabbat shalom.